So it's trying to go back and forth between being nice outside and not, but yeah, I forgot to mention on the last video that I had that dream um about my daughter with the wish they would stop leaving these water bottles in my room. Leave them in the crazy places. Y'all ain't about to see nothing for a quick second because I really gotta pee, but I'm really not finna stop recording just to pee. I almost peed on myself. Pardon me, pardon my tinkle sounds. No, but I didn't mention how I was concerned because of course I had the dream about my daughter this morning, but what was it? Excuse me. Oh, and then I woke up and I seen somebody. So it was a dream where she was at a school location, and she had like little pigtails, like a little girl, which I would adore even at her age. She's 14, of course, but 15, 16. I want her to enjoy childhood and not have to quickly move into womanhood. I don't know what God truly considers womanhood. I know our bodies start turning into, maturing probably before our mindset. But then again, I'm guessing they both start maturing at the same age, and we just might not process it as that. And that's sometimes some people do. I do feel like hit puberty or earlier than the late bloomers or whatever. But had to dream about her being at a school setting, and I went up to embrace her and stuff like that, and it's like she was definitely like brainwashed, programmed, or whatever. But she still was there, but she just was kind of like under somebody's spell or something like that, which is it disgusts me. It disgusts me. It bothers my soul. Like it really tries to tamper with my soul. Like for real. That's when you be like, well, Lord, I don't know what this is all for, but when it comes to these children that you allow me to have, I'd rather you just feel like I'd rather go to hell and go through hell for them than them have to, but I can't do that because I have my boys. So it's like, you're gonna do that. I mean, you really do it for one, but how do I do that without risking losing the other two, or them going off and being astray and this, that, and the third. I'm not saying she's going astray, but she just needs to get on track. And so I had a dream, and then I woke up and I seen this Cash App request from this guy, from somebody, a dude or whatever. I ain't gonna say guy because I'm sure he's not grown. Well, I hope he not. And this is like the third Cash App request that somebody done sent her, male, female, maybe it's been like 5. And I just be feeling like, why do they feel the need to Cash App request you? What is going on to where they feel like, I'm almost positive my daughter keeps some money somewhere in her vicinity. Maybe, I hope she's smart enough not to keep it all on her and stuff like that. But again, with her being over there around her dad, her so-called dad. Let me switch y'all up one moment. Well, might be too good. That stuff I gotta handle. But her being over there with her so-called dad and stuff, I know he's gonna, or somebody gonna make sure she has some money. They always have made sure she had some money, even when she was over here. She had a little change in her pocket and stuff, and so that's the thing. I was just concerned about that lifestyle. She had the money enough to where she would feel like she wanted to come home and put a little money in her brother's pocket, which was which was fine with me. You know, she kept a big percent and gave them. Let's just say she got $10. She kept, um, and she would give me some money too, but I would always use it to invest in the household or whatever. Just put it back into something here. But let's say she got $10. She would, if she was giving me something, she'd keep $5. She'll give her brother $1. Her brother's $1 or $2, or you know, the younger one $1, the other one $2, and give me that little change. And then keep the rest for herself and do something for herself. That's how she been. But yeah, but I just don't understand why people are feeling so comfortable with Cash App requesting my daughter. And what's drawing them to do that? Like, what's making them think that she got money like that for y'all to just be after her? One person sent a Cash App $20 request twice. What? What are you doing? And then the names on these Cash Appers, you know, calling themselves, considering themselves steppers and stuff like that. Like, how are y'all steppers in middle school? What's going on? My daughter's not in high school yet, and she would, you know, if she passed this year, she will be coming up next year. But yeah, how are y'all steppers in middle school? I don't know, man. Not to say when I was in middle school that I ain't have no crazy experiences. But yeah, warm water. I got some warm water from my hand, but that was not warm. By far. Okay, let me get my phone out of here. Sorry y'all had to go on that bathroom experience with me, but it is what it is. Where's my towel to dry my hands? But yeah, this is gonna be a little short video because yeah, I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna do the squeegeeing and stuff, even though it's probably gonna rain in there again. I'm guessing this one is not keeping the rain out good. The other one used to keep the rain out really good, but this one for some reason it's just not. So it's puddles of rain in there. Of course, that's where the mosquitoes try to reside. And but I'm just wondering, why are y'all feeling comfortable enough to send her Cash Apps? And one thing, if it's a shot or whatever towards her dad, like I'm telling you, just flat out, my boys' so-called dad, he told me flat out, let's rob his ass. And he was talking about my so-called dad. And I'm like, I don't like my dad. I don't fool with him like that, but I don't condone somebody trying to rob him. At this point, I just feel like as far as her so-called dad, I'm not going to say he's flashy. I don't know. He could be. One time he did pull out money in front of me and just keep on, you know, trying to entice me or whatever. You ain't getting this money and this, that, and that's why he's done said this to me. That's why I don't give you my money. Boy, I don't want your money. I wanted you to raise your daughter. I don't want your money. And so whoever he's been around, you know, make him feel like he got to be like that if he is. But maybe flashing too much and doing some other stuff. And it draws attention, and that's what I tried to tell her and be careful with and stuff. It draws attention. It draws the wrong type of attention to me. And, you know, and people do. They say, and honestly, I guess her dad at one point in time looked at me as if I had money. Of course, my so-called parents, my so-called mom and my previously called stepdad came together and did what they did to take care of us, but and had nice households and stuff for us. So it may have appeared, but they wasn't putting nothing in my pocket and just giving me anything just to go out here and squander. When they did things, they you know, it benefited me directly instead of just putting money in my hands and stuff like that, which I'm glad that it was like that, but, you know, in a sense. Um, so that's what I'm like. I don't know if he's just trying to put money in her hands, or and if these little boys and or little girls is looking at her like a walking lick, and and honestly, with stuff like that, it can be people might want to rob you, but they don't want no witnesses. They don't want nobody to be sticking around to go back and tell on them or whatever. So it can end up fatal, and so that's my concern right now. Again, I'm trusting God that none of what I'm saying, none of what I'm thinking is going on. Maybe it's it's complete opposite, and she is kind hearted, so she will give, but I just don't understand why they all always cash apping her. Like, and I'm the one sitting on this end. I'm the one that made the cash app. So I guess when she give her phone number out or whatever, it goes to that. But and that's why I can see it. But I really feel like I just need to talk to my daughter face to face, and we need to have that timing. But I guess I don't know. I'm guessing if it's up to her to decide, or if she got some handlers and she done put herself in the control of handlers, and what I'm saying, it's just crazy, like real life R. Kelly type stuff, where some of them girls could not speak to their families and stuff like that. Like, I got her number, I got contacts and stuff like that, but I can reach her directly, but I'm gonna choose to just go to God and reach her like that, and let God reach her on my behalf, because yeah, it's wild. I want to go where none of these natural quote unquote entities and spiritual can touch anything. So I'm gonna go out here since the sun is shining and go do my stuff, and just, I guess, still ponder on that. And then my son said he was sitting out in the gazebo the other day, and he just felt like a little sad thinking about her and stuff like that. And I just hope it ain't grief sadness, because I don't feel like a parent should bury their child. Especially, I'm not reckless. Like I said, I feel like I did something reckless before 2020. Not to say, oh, that's old, because guess what? God hold me accountable, which I trust God, you know what I'm saying? but and baby, righteous judgment is not nothing like when people say, oh, don't judge me, and this thing. It ain't nothing like that. When you being held accountable in the kingdom of God, it's accountability. He gonna show you. And I know God ain't sitting there saying you had me up, but he gonna show you where you had him messed up at, like, for real. So anyway, and then this little backyard that we peering into, I'm trying to figure out where I can put some equipment and stuff for my son to be able to climb on some stuff or whatever. So trying to figure it out. That's what my day is consisting of. Well, that's what these few days or whatever is consisting of, these few moments. I just want them to stop cash apping her. I don't know. Sometimes I feel good, like, oh, well, at least somebody's still trying to get something out of her. She's here. She got something. She's here. She's available. She got something evidently that they want, or, But I don't know, again, what school she's at. Last I knew, she was at a certain middle school. I ain't went to go try to find out. I'm just not doing all that. I done put a bug in people's ear and told them that it's dangerous, and like her so-called dad is basically, it's on a basic level, a very basic level, a threat and a danger, really a nuisance. But because I'm definitely not scared of him, but I do have concerns, because when you got other children and it's not just you that you gotta watch out for, you have concerns. Because people can not only just try to come at you, they can try to attack you through your children. And now that, I knew the setup was real before, but like, these people have literally tried to set me up, definitely for failure, but to set me up for something worse. So maybe it's just self-destruction or whatever, but that's what they hope for. But of course, ultimately, it would be some kind of, they would want me to be dead, period. They want me to not be interacting with my children and being able to give them guidance and wisdom and stuff like that. And I just pray for correction now, strong correction now regarding that, especially regarding me and my daughter, but even my boys, because they still gonna get older, and you never know who can be in their ear and this, that, and the third. So, and I was in people's ear and stuff like that, but I was just not, I didn't have bad intentions with people. I had intentions, but I didn't have bad intentions with people. I more so saw where other people around them had bad intentions for them, and I was just trying to help. And now at this point, it's like, even if I'm getting to a point, even if I see that somebody got bad intentions, I'm not really trying to warn you like that. I'm going to pray. If I'm close enough, I might say something. But I think somebody said, instead of telling somebody that their spouse is cheating, you need to have proof. You need to show, and so even if they still want to be in denial after that, you can, you left that impression or whatever. But I'm done doing that. And of course, I'm just going to stay prayed up. And so right now, giving this all to God. Lord, the reason why people are cash apping my daughter, that it concerns me, and people especially calling themselves some kind of stepper. They got a biblical name, but they call it a stepper. I don't know, man. They said the biblical name wouldn't be the worst ones, and don't tell me that, because I call my sons by their middle name, which is their biblical names. I don't call them by their first name, so don't do that. The devil be bound, because I'm speaking their godly names, because you know what I'm saying. I don't want them to walk in worldly stuff, maybe that come from them being called their worldly names. I mean, I don't want to say worldly name. Well, yeah, but anyway, okay. So let me get some stuff on and go outside.